Hello! So today's video is going to be a video that I mentioned and thought about doing in one of my last videos. So I'm basically going to be doing a full face of influencer collabs and also influencer brands basically, because I couldn't do a full face of just collabs. I didn't have that. I managed to make a full face apart from the eyebrows and mascara of everything that influencer has had a part in creating. So majority of these are just people that I watch, people that I support, people that I follow and like, obviously. So yeah, let me know who your favorites are. And yeah, this is the makeup look we're doing. We're taking it back. We've gone old school cut crease. I started off with a complete different eye look, by the way, which you will see. Yeah, we've ended up with this basically. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Yeah, just relax as always and enjoy the video. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. I've had a bit of an emotional morning. One of my banks. No problems, absolutely no problem. And one of the guys that spoke to me first before I had to get transferred, he was so mean to me. Like, he was literally just yelling at me and I was like, please, I'll cry. So yeah, I've just been yelled at by someone from a bank, which was not great. So yeah, that's the morning I've had, but grab your beverage. It's still quite early-ish for me to be filming. I usually film later in the afternoon. And yeah, I've had my coffee already, but I was gonna have coffee on camera, but I drank it. So I'm very excited about this video. I feel like I've wanted to do it for a while, and then I asked in my last video, or one of my last videos, if this is a video that anyone would be interested in. Yes was the answer from like one person, so I'm taking that on board. And to be fair, I wanted to do this video anyway. Even if no one said that they wanted me to do this video, I still would have done it. Here we go. I'm going to start off with the Luna Beauty Lip Oil. This is Manny MUA's brand. If I haven't got all collabs, I've just replaced this in with influencer brand. Just a bit of lip prep. So yeah, that's Manny's brand. So I'm gonna do the eyes first because I'm going old school today, guys. I'm going so old school. What I thought to do is, because I'm just gonna do my eye primer while I'm chatting. This is the Vieve eye primer. So this is Jamie Genevieve's brand. You know, I love this brand. Because I thought majority of the collabs that I've got, they're quite old now. Like, not many people do like brand collabs, I don't feel like that much anymore. Like 4 or 5 years ago, it was the biggest thing ever. It was so much more common as well. So a lot of these are outdated. Majority of them, I'm not gonna lie, you can't get them, I don't think, really, unless it's like one of the influencers' brands. Most of the collabs are limited edition. That's just how brands do it. And yeah, you can't get majority of these, but I thought it would just be a fun video anyway. So like I was saying, because all of these collabs are so old, I thought I would do like an old school YouTube like makeup look. Guess what I'm doing for eyes? I'm gonna do a halo cut crease. It's my headspace. My headspace has gone back to old school YouTube, like the days that I miss. But anyway, eyeshadow. So I was kind of torn because I've got quite a few eyeshadow collabs. So I was torn between a lot of Kathleen, which is what I've got. So if you didn't know, Kathleen Lights, she is my favorite influencer. She has been for years. I've been watching her for years. She's one of the first people I've watched, and I love her. She's just one of my favorite people. I have pretty much all of her collabs. I've got 2 of the Colourpop collabs that she did, her Zodiac collection, then she did a crystal palette, the So Jaded palette with Colourpop as well, and then obviously she's got her Il Makiage palette, which is her newest eyeshadow palette. And I was gonna use the Il Makiage one because it's one of my favorite palettes ever, but I did recently use that in a video, and you guys see me use that a lot. I thought I would get this gem out because this, to be fair, I haven't actually opened this in so long, but look at the packaging. I honestly miss this time. This is from Dose of Colours, and this is when Desi Perkins and Katy, whose YouTube name used to be Lusterlux, that was like her name back then, they collabed with Dose of Colours. And yeah, let's ignore that this cracked when I moved here, but this is the eyeshadow palette that they came out with. They did a whole collection. They did lips as well, which mine have definitely all expired. I had to get rid of them. Yeah, I'm gonna use this palette. I haven't used it in so long. The formula is beautiful, the palette is beautiful, the shimmers, oh my god, I love. I'm gonna do a Halo Eye. Hint hint, this is the colour story we're going with. So I'm gonna go with the berries. So I'm gonna start off with this red shade here. So I'm just gonna start this here. And because I'm doing a Halo Eye as well, I'm gonna take everything right into the inner corner. Definitely expired. What's the expiry on this? 12 months. I'm pretty sure this collab was like 4 years ago, so yeah, do what you will with that. But I'm never gonna get rid of this, ever. Ever, ever, ever. I don't care if I haven't used this since probably 4 years ago. It's not a palette I keep in rotation, I don't really ever use it. But because it was a collab of 2 of my other favourite influencers, I keep it. I'll never declutter it. Okay, and then I'm gonna really buff out the edges. I'm just gonna be quite messy with it. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the sand creamy shade. Same brush because I'm just lazy. And I'm gonna use this just to buff out the edges a little bit because I always take my eyeshadow too far. But this is gonna be, or supposed to be, like a blown out look anyway. Oh, that's very pigmented. I am fearing for my life right now. I went too far. So I'm taking the same brush. It's not the same one. Like, this is the one I use for concealer, but I've got another one. Why does this couple always come onto the balcony when I am sat here? I have to close the blinds. I could not with these people. Alright, so I'm gonna take berry shade. Obviously dry it up a little bit. Back, I had an absolute meltdown. I hated how the eyeshadow looked. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I almost cried, but I didn't. And I was too emotional to turn on the camera and film what I just did. Because I was like, if I redo it and I still don't like it... But I feel like the halo wasn't working just because I was using dark shades in the crease and the outer corners of the eyes, and then the lid shade I was putting on was too light, so it was all just kind of smudging together. So that was my bad. I haven't done a cut crease in 10 million years. So what I basically did, I wiped all of that off. I used this in the crease first. I used this red one that I used before to buff out like into the edges. I then used the concealer to cut the lid. I put this shade all in the center, and then I went over with this. I'm not overly bothered about this. Like, I know this is all messy around the edges, but we're gonna do the face now so we can easily clean that up. Mascara, I've just put on my new favorite, which is such an old mascara, but the Covergirl exhibitionist mascara. I am obsessed with this at the moment. I absolutely love it. I did no eyeliner on the top whatsoever, so I feel like it looks better now. It looks better now that I've done the mascara and we're all good. So I am going to tightline. I have Kathleen's eyeliners with Il Maquillage. So there's another one, it's more like a berry one, but I feel like I want to go with one of the browns. There's a gold and then I have the brown. I'm thinking of using the gold one today, actually. They don't have the shade names on them, so I don't know what they're called, but she only came out with 3 of them. And yeah, this is the gold one that I'm going to use. Moving on to the face. For primer, I'm going to go in with the Refy face primer. This is Jess Hunt's brand. She's an influencer, it's not a collab, it's just her own brand. But yeah, this is a primer I'm going to use. I really like this because it's like, you can like use it to depuff your skin in the morning. So for foundation, I'm going to use Holly Boone's makeup brand for the foundation. This is the H&B Luminous Soft Focus Airbrush Foundation. That's what it looks like. The packaging is really cute, to be honest. So I've got the shade LF10 Warm. It's too deep for me. I just couldn't be bothered waiting until my shade came in stock. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of my LA Girl foundation. A really beautiful foundation. Like it's full coverage, really full coverage, but it's you'll just see. I've used it a couple times on my channel. So let's move on to concealer. This is the One Size concealer. I'm using the shade Medium 3G. This is Patrick Starr's brand. I really like this concealer. I've been using it since I bought it. It's full coverage, as we know. I think I did it in like a little first impressions, or I had like a first impressions of it the other week. It doesn't crease. I mean, I do set my under eyes, but sometimes some concealers are that bad that even when you set them, they can still crease through. it doesn't do that. I've had no problems with it. It's just been a really good concealer. My brain isn't here. Let's just move on. Let's move on before anything else. So for cream bronzer, I'm going to use the Kash Beauty Skin Glaze. This is in Honey Bronze here. So I'm just gonna, it's quite pigmented to be honest, so I'm just gonna do like 3 little dots. I'm just gonna take this. This is the Morphe and Ariel brush. Oh my god, I thought my camera stopped recording for a second. Guys, I was about to lose it. I was about to fully lose it. But yeah, it's really pigmented, but just look at how that blended out. Like, I didn't even stop, like I didn't even edit any of that. Obviously I was still talking, but look, it's blended out. Beautiful. I think they could definitely improve on the shade range. Okay, so now it's time to set. I'm gonna set the face. I'm gonna use Vieve, of course, the Modern Radiance powder. I'm just gonna make sure, I mean, this concealer is really good. It doesn't really crease when I don't set it straight away. So I'm gonna use this to set. And for blush, so we've got blush and highlight to do next. I'm going to use these, which are Kathleen's little collab that she did with Colourpop. So and this, she did 4 blushes that she created with Colourpop. This is just a Colourpop highlight and that's from Makeup Geek, so we're just looking at these. I'm thinking these 2 here, and I love how buildable these blushes are. The formula is really nice as well. It's Colourpop. But I'm just going to use the Kash Beauty Setting Spray. It's such a nice spray. I just wish it was like a continuous mist instead of... It's quite a harsh spray to be honest, but it has never ever messed up my makeup, so I look past it. Alright, let's talk highlight. So I have Kathleen's that she did with Colourpop. This is a Super Shock Cheeks. Obviously it's a cream eyeshadow. This one is the shade On the Cusp. It still is. This is like my favourite highlight ever. Absolutely love this. I have a backup. I use this off camera a lot. This is Champagne Pop. Then we have Dose of Colours. So this was part of the same collection as the eyeshadow palette. So I bought both of the shades that they did. They did my favourite one, which is Fuego. As you can see, we dented that. And then Mírame is the deeper shade that they did. I really like that they did a deeper shade as well. And then we have Amrezy's highlight, which I did use in one of my recent videos, but this again was one of my favourite highlights ever. That was a good collab. I think I'm gonna go with Dose of Colours. I'm gonna use Fuego. Oh my god, look at that. Beautiful. I did actually forget something for my eyes. I had the MadeByMitchell. This is their blursh lights, I think they're called. I think mine was printed wrong because it does say liquid blush, but it's obviously not. It's in the shade Drip Drip. So I'm just gonna go in the center. Now let's go on to lips. We have a lot here. So for lip line, I'm gonna use one of my favorite lip liners ever. I really love everything I've tried from this brand. This is the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in Dulce. And this is like my favorite lipstick. This is Artist Couture, which is Angel. This is his brand. This is the lipstick in Saucy Girl. You're gonna be able to hear the fire alarm from somewhere in the background. I apologize, but let's just get this video finished. Oh, it stopped. Good. So these are from Kathleen Lights. It's her nail polish brand, but she has these 2 jelly bombs, which are basically like a lip gloss, but they don't feel it, they're not sticky. It's a beautiful formula. I absolutely love them. So I have 2 shades. I have, well, the only 2 shades that they have so far. Miss Honey, which is this really nice light pinky nude, and then we have my favorite, which is Das Expensive, which is, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but it's got glitters all the way through it. Absolutely love this so much, but I think I'm gonna go with, I think I want to do Miss Honey. Actually, I'm going to go with Das Expensive because it will kind of tie in with the gold that we've got on the, like the glitter that we've got on the lid. Look at that. These smell like vanilla as well. They smell absolutely beautiful. I literally want to eat them. That is it, guys. So thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this absolute meltdown of a video. I apologise, but shit happens, doesn't it? But I hope you enjoyed the look. I'm sorry I didn't include the eyeshadow, but you know what happened. So yeah, I hope you liked the look. I hope you liked the products. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Let me know your favourite influencers, who you like to watch, everything like that. And yeah, let me know any of the videos you want me to do as always, and I will see you in my next video.